Brandon Gibbs and Julia Trubkina are 90 Day Fiancé franchise fan favorites, but they haven't had the easiest journey throughout their relationship. 90 Day Fiancé stars Brandon Gibbs and Julia Trubkina have become fan favorites from the franchise, though they didn't always have the easiest of times throughout their journey to marriage. Brandon met Julia through a mutual friend who introduced them over video chat. Their personalities meshed quickly, and the pair got to know each other virtually for a few weeks before Brandon flew to Julia's native Russia to meet her in person. The couple traveled through Europe, getting engaged in Iceland during their trip. Once engaged, Julia applied for her K-1 visa in order to move to the US and be with Brandon. Julia had a somewhat difficult time adjusting to her new life, especially with Brandon's lifestyle being different from her own. In Russia, Julia lived in Krasnodar, a busy city where she worked in a club. Upon arriving to the US, Julia and Brandon settled with his parents in Virginia on their working farm, where she had to learn the ropes to her new lifestyle. Though it took time for Julia to get used to living with her in-laws and abiding by their rules, she ultimately married Brandon, despite the issues they had to work through and the breakdowns in communication they faced. The couple have become fan favorites throughout their time in the franchise. Initially, Julia and Brandon's relationship was criticized because their connection was hard to understand. While Julia's interest in Brandon was confusing, their relationship was eventually accepted as things unfolded for the couple on the show. Even though they have encountered issues after marriage, like dealing with Julia's unclear immigration status, the couple is still clearly happily together and handling their problems to the best of their abilities. They haven't appeared on a 90 Day Fiancé series since 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 6, but hopefully the couple will make a return to the franchise at some point. Though they had a rocky start to their relationship, Julia gets along with her in-laws now that she doesn't live with them. Brandon and Julia moved to Virginia Beach, where they settled into their own home, without the stringent rules that Brandon's mother laid out while the couple was staying on their farm. During Brandon and Julia's time living with his family, there was a period where the couple weren't allowed to sleep in the same bed or be left alone together at times. After the couple's wedding, Brandon's parents seemed to be more accepting of Julia and let some of their rules go. Now, the family is closer than ever, with Julia and Brandon still facing some issues regarding Julia's citizenship in the US. They aren't fully out of the woods just yet, but they've managed to get through many of their other problems together before. The couple's journey has been enjoyable to watch, and hopefully they will appear as cast members on the franchise again soon. With Julia and Brandon potentially needing to work through some immigration troubles, bringing 90 Day Fiancé cameras back into their lives could be a good idea.